Xin chào các bạn. My name is Hoang Ha. I have been teaching Vietnamese for expats living in Hanoi for years. Welcome to the introduction of Simply Vietnamese. I'm happy to introduce to you the complete, stunning, and actually working online course. Let me explain to you what we are going to study, how and when we are going to study, and why you should not give up to learn Vietnamese. But first, let's go into the question, who? You are a new beginner and want to learn Vietnamese, but don't know where to start? Or you already learned Vietnamese, but you are struggling in the pronunciation. This is a journey that will teach you the basic of the language through Northern accent, considered to be the official accent, starting really from scratch, understanding deeply all the rules of spelling and pronunciations, combined with simple grammar, making ours a precious linguistic background through the phonic method of teaching that allow you to read and pronounce almost any word, and to talk enough to survive in Vietnam all in 1 month. We will start from the alphabet, and then importantly, how letters come together to form a word, learning most of the rules in spelling and pronunciations, passing through the tones as a final touch. The whole course is rich in visual contents, helping you to memorize better with the details of the mouth, to understand, follow, and practice correctly. To note, the background music is made with alpha waves, useful to study and focus, helping the brains to memorize. The duration of each lesson is between 10 and 20 minutes to use fully the concentration time. I suggest you to write everything, copying all the contents, at least taking notes, even pausing the video. Writing and repeating is one of the secrets to memorize a new language. Listen well and repeat out loud when it's necessary. Record it. Do it more than one time if you need it. Don't be shy, you are learning. This is a structure we suggest you to study well and maximize the results. First day, you do the lesson number 1. Second day, you do the lesson number 1 again. Third day, you do the lesson number 1 plus the lesson number 2. Fourth day, you do the lesson number 2 again. Fifth day, you do the lesson number 2 plus the lesson number 3. Sixth day, you do the lesson number 3, and so on. Here you can find the complete program. Being a highly phonetic language, in this course, you will find many words that are without a meaning but just to record a possible sound. Therefore, the phonetic sound for pronunciations must be before understood, then trained. Could be hard, it's true, but it's doable. Besides this, Vietnamese is really simple, and I tell you why. Vietnamese language uses Roman alphabet, no symbols or ideograms. Vietnamese spelling and pronunciation are the same and no change. For example, in English, spelling and pronunciation is different, such as Y in lyrics sound different from Y in cycle and Y in cyclical, but Y or E in Vietnamese or any other letters sound all the same in all cases. Vietnamese language is single syllable and has no stretch mark. An English word like grandmother has 3 syllables, and the stress is on the first syllable, grand. Grandmother in Vietnamese is bà, and bà has only one syllable, just like all other Vietnamese words. Vietnamese language has no gender, no masculine or feminine words. Vietnamese language doesn't have plurals. Vietnamese does not change the ending of verbs in order to express when something happens. In other words, Vietnamese verbs are not conjugated. Grammar almost doesn't exist. For example, ăn is to eat. To say eat in the future tense, sẽ ăn. To say eat in present tense, đang ăn. To say eat in the past tense, đã ăn. So ăn stay the same and no change in all the cases. To learn a language, first we should know about its history. As you may know, Vietnam experienced thousand years of Chinese domination, many years invasion by French, and years of invasion by the American. All of these cultures and languages create and influenced Vietnamese language. Vietnamese started first from the ancient period. Hoa Ha is the oldest writing which found in the brown drums. The Vietnamese were considered to have been Austroasiatic, also called Hmong Khmer speaking people, possibly traced to the ancient Đông Sơn culture. But only few people knew about Hoa Ha, and Vietnamese had no official written language back then, but only spoken language. The language was lost in thousand years under Chinese domination. Next period, there were Han Nom writing. At the 3rd century, chữ Hán or Han is Sino-Vietnamese language, was the first official written language and is very much similar to Chinese, while the Vietnamese spoken language continued to be used and developed. Come to the 15th to 17th century, chữ Nom or Nom was developed and it used a mixture of original Chinese character and the Hmong Khmer Vietnamese spoken language. Therefore, Nom is a half phonetic and half ideographic writing system. Due to frequent contacts between Vietnam and China, the Vietnamese language absorbed many Han words. Today, many of these loan words have been Vietnamized to such an extent that few people are aware of their Chinese origins. 50% to 70% of Vietnamese vocabulary originates from Chinese. However, these loanwords have been altered or Vietnamized. Next one is chữ quốc ngữ. The Roman-based script used in Vietnam today dates back to the 17th century. French, Portuguese, and Spanish Catholic missionaries, aided by Vietnamese preachers, developed a new writing system as a means of spreading the gospel to a broader audience. The man credited with developing the modern Roman base is Alexandre de Rose, a French Jesuit missionary. Before 2nd of September 1945, the date that Vietnamese declared independence, 95% of Vietnamese could not read or write. Alcohol launched the Bình dân học vụ or popular education, the movement with the aim of eradicating illiteracy, and made chữ quốc ngữ as the official language of the country. After all, you can find many Vietnamese loanwords from Chinese, French, and English, creating a lot of synonyms and enriching Vietnamese vocabulary. Chinese vocabulary in science, medicine, politics, and religion. For example, quốc gia, đại lục, không khí. French, vocabulary in food, fashion and infrastructure. For example, măng tô, xi măng, cà phê, alo. English, vocabulary relating to modern technology. For example, TV, camera, phim. I hope you have the understanding about the course and how it will help you in learning Vietnamese. If you have any question or just simply want me to check the pronunciation, please feel free to reach me via the email down below. I will see you in the first lesson. Goodbye for now. Tạm biệt.